to a classic to see if two normal home cooks can decide if a bunch of food or drink products are potentially pretentious or not. First one is under the cloche. Lift away.
Schwang.
Oh, that looks straight away nutty, seedy butter of sorts.
It does look like a nut butter, but with seeds in it.
Well, that's what I just said.
It is exactly what you said, isn't it? Yeah.
It looks like a smooth peanut butter.
It's not that smooth.
No, but it's like a smooth peanut butter with adding more chunks back into it.
Like peanut chunks. Shit.
Straight away, cloying, but in a good way.
Why do I always forget that I don't like?
You don't like peanut butter.
I did realise that as you lifted the cloche, my mind suddenly went, oh, damn.
You forgot until you put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
So what it's done is it's quite cloying, it's removed all the moisture, and in all the gaps where the moisture now is, there are now seeds in my teeth as well.
Can you identify any of the seeds?
Nigella.
No.
Poppy?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Knew it was a female chef of some sort.
I'm not a massive fan of peanut butter on its own, but I can tell that's a very delicious one, and it can be used in a lot of different ways.
It seems to have a bit of a bitterness to it.
It's made from Argentinian peanuts that are then blanched and shelled, and then quite a deep, dark roast that goes through the roasting process that before they're then ground. So it goes to a big grinder, and then they have added ingredients of black and white sesame seeds, poppy seeds, black pepper, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. Do those flavours ring a bell?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everything bagel.
Everything bagel. This is everything bagel, peanut butter.
Oh.
Nice. It's got a salted caramel kind of feel to it as well.
As a non-peanut butter eater, I actually found that more pleasant than I expected to.
So this is Butterbike, claim they are peddling proper peanut butter, and it's somebody, a small startup. She makes it all herself, and basically she started by cycling peanut butter around to all of her friends in the local region, and now it's a bigger thing where she's doing larger volumes, although it's all still handmade, and she has lots of really fun flavours. Everything bagel is one of them.
And she loves alliteration.
She absolutely does. Peddling proper peanut butter, the founding nut, Jenny.
Jenny's done a cracking job, that is delicious.
So other flavours in Jenny's range, cinnamon and raisin, hot honey.
Ooh.
Nice combinations, but a lot of them leaning from that kind of bagel craze. And they do say, for this, they say it on the jar, essentially, best combination is a bagel with this, then some bacon, egg, or avocado. It's the proper brunch celebration.
So you could have an everything bagel with everything bagel peanut butter on it.
You could gild the lily, I suppose.
That would be everything bagel squared, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Again, I quite like the idea of having this with some, as a sweet dish as well. Like this within a cake, I think would be quite nice.
As a non-peanut butter eater, I'm not aware of peanut butter flavours. Have you experienced flavoured peanut butter?
No, I'll buy peanut butter and add flavours.
You add flavours to it? Okay, fine. You know where she's from, don't you? Winchester.
Yes, Jenny!
Pretentious.
Hit me up! That's 2 minutes from my house.
Have you not seen her peddling by?
I wasn't that nutter was riding by with
She
peanuts on
could
her.
cycle to you and give you peanut
She
butter.
could.
Yeah.
Why don't you stop at my place, Jenny?
The jars are £5.95 each. But the question, pretentious or not?
You can either sometimes judge a product going, is the product alone pretentious? Are the people who buy it pretentious, or is it sold in a pretentious store?
And sometimes you get 3 ticks.
I think this is definitely sold in a pretentious store,
Yeah.
and therefore I think it is a little bit pretentious.
Interesting. I didn't think it was pretentious. I thought it is probably a quality product that has done something a little bit different with flavourings that are trendy elsewhere and put them together and just created a quality product sold. It's expensive compared to lots of other peanut butters, but compared to good organic ones, I don't know how that compares. Probably not too far off. I don't think it's pretentious, Ebbers.
50-50, yay and nay.
But by the way, Jenny, I think pretentious is a good thing, so...
Boys, ready for another?
Yes! Okay.
Is this the peanuts before Jenny puts it in the peanut butter?
Okay, crummy. Something crummy. It's a dusting. It's a sprinkle at the end of a dish.
I think I'm getting some oregano.
It's an Italian herb for sure, but it's not oregano.
I think, wow. I'm looking into his eyes, seeing if I know what game he's playing. Because I
know what that is.
a friend of ours, who you mentioned very recently, has brought out a product. I think it might be that.
Is this Poppy's roast potato seasoning?
No.
Ah.
Is it a better one? Oh!
This is pangrattato.
Pan, bread,
Bread?
grattato.
Pangrattato.
It's in crusted bread crusts.
It's focaccia crumb.
Okay.
Focaccia crumb.
Right. Okay. So you like to sprinkle on the top of your pasta dish, or
On your burrata and olive
Mozzarella.
salad. Yeah.
This is made by cin cin. So the phrase for sort of cheers in Italian, cin cin, as you raise a glass. And it is their focaccia crumb to sprinkle on any number of dishes.
Is that Italian?
Apparently so.
Well, now say an Italian accent and let's see if it...
Cin cin. It's C-I-N, C-I-N.
oh, okay, kinkin.
It's cin cin,
Gotcha.
and it is their focaccia crumb because they say that everyone is very familiar with Italian food, but the Italian food you get at a restaurant is always just got that something else, and often it is something as simple as a bit of texture. This is their rosemary focaccia, which is then blended up and toasted in olive oil with some salt and pepper. So you get a wonderful crunch. You can put it on salads, you can put it on pastas, raviolis, anything.
They've taken a bag of croutons, dropped them, and put them in a bowl.
Yeah. And there's going to be loads of offcuts and bits and pieces lying around. That makes sense. Sprinkling bread on the top of a pasta dish is something I do all the time at home. Crumble it up, olive oil, oven, and that's my crunchy topping for pasta all the time. I would never ever think I need to buy that product because I already have that left over at home.
Essentially, cin cin were already doing it on a lot of their dishes, and it's a small restaurant, and everyone was saying, oh, we really love that, like, pretty much crack that you put on every dish at the end. Can we have some? And they started to make a bit more and a bit more and a bit more, and now it's a product.
So it's a food waste product, but kind of like in the branding, it's given it a purpose.
Yeah.
It's intentional.
Yeah, because now you have to make the food waste to sell it.
What do you think of it?
It's perfect for this episode. Because you're right, I could see this in a shop and go, that's useful for a Pretentious Ingredients episode, not for me to buy at home.
And how much would you pay for it in a shop?
I think that's got £6 written on it.
For breadcrumbs?
Yeah, I think it's £6.
No. That's a silly thing to say. Because I think it's in a very simple jar, simple bit of branding. It's not trying to be anything else other than just breadcrumbs.
It's not pretending or pretentiously trying to do anything.
I always think that is a couple of quid max, £2 max.
Jamie's a lot closer at £5.50.
Because again, the jar alone is 50p. The branding on top, 20p, maybe.
For your branding work, charming.
Wait a minute.
They also do a chili flavour.
Okay, right, I've just worked out what's happening here.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He's done a really good job with it. He's tried really hard. I'm just saying.
All that happened is you insulted his design work.
I just realised what I've done.
And he felt the need to defend it so much that it became quite transparent. Have we ruined the episode?
I don't know.
Have we ruined the episode?
There is no such thing.
It's a cheap jar. It's cheap.
So the question, is it pretentious or not?
I don't know what you want from us now.
I think it's pretentious because it's a needless product. You've already got a job to save the food waste in your own home. I don't think by buying somebody else's, you're really helping the problem.
You want to buy somebody else's food waste?
So pretentious or not, that is the question.
Is it the question? But yeah, I'd say it's a bit pretentious.
A bit pretentious.
A bit pretentious, not super pretentious.
I would say it's unnecessarily pretentious.
Would you like a third?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
cloche on number 3.
Cheese. Or is it?
Or is it?
Ooh.
Cheese plus something.
I picked it up. Pick it up.
Oh, what?
Doesn't feel like cheese. Looks like cheese.
Dried cheese.
Plastic cheese. Smelly cheese. It smells like
Oh.
Gruyere. It smells really nutty and like it could be work on a fondue.
Think Alpine, definitely think fondue or raclette. But this is cheese jerky.
Ah, okay.
What are you doing?
So Paxton and Whitfield have created cheese jerky to challenge everything you thought you knew about snacking. Radically refined, slow-dried innovation blurs the boundary between traditional British cheese craftsmanship and modern protein-forward convenience. So whilst they're not aiming at gym bros, they are aiming at, like, hikers.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm really confused. Cheese jerky.
Cheese jerky, which is why when you pick it up, much like meat jerky, it takes a while to chew and to get the moisture back into it.
Yeah.
But it's made from a British cheese that's similar to raclette.
Have I been manipulated this whole time? Have I been played? You know about this?
Yep.
Are we being hoodwinked?
Am I supposed to be in this episode?
Am I supposed to be in this episode?
What?
You were brainstorming with me the idea of making your own cheese jerky. Don't do that, mate!
So confused.
But Jamie, we're being played. I don't like it.
So Paxton and Whitfield, as you know, oldest cheesemonger in London, and they have a real problem because you mentioned fondue, but no one wants fondue in the summer. And yet the cows are still eating the grass, and therefore the cows are still producing the milk. So what do they do with the raclette-style cheeses through the summer? Well, umami, protein-rich snacks are the way forward, so they've created a product for hikers and ramblers, probably more than gym bros, to enjoy on the road.
I really like it. Does it extend the shelf life as well then a bit? Like it's forever, it's then...
Yeah, it's now sealed in, there's not enough moisture. So they still wrap it, it does have a shelf life on it still, but bearing in mind cheese lasts a long time, they dry it out over about 24 hours in their cheese rooms.
Right, just for the people at home...
I don't know how to play this anymore.
No, for the people at home, Jamie and I are suspicious of Evers because we think we've been played the long game here. So we've got a video coming up where Ben's doing a collaboration with Mythical Josh, and he was asking Jamie and I for ideas and things for what we could do for fake ingredients.
That's where I knew it from. Yeah,
he
that
pitched
conversation.
us the idea of doing cheese jerky and said, I can talk to somebody about getting it wrapped up and make it into a fake pretentious ingredient.
Yeah.
Now, either he's been playing the long game on this and has been twisting our minds, because if he has, playing the long game and twisting our minds and this is actually a real thing, or it's fake, which means the last one was real. Also, we don't even know if we're playing the game or find the fake.
I told you this is pretentious ingredient of food trends.
So what are we doing here now?
I think there's a chance we've been hoodwinked from the moment we lifted the first cloche.
Do you think so?
Why else would there be a product that was from your road? The end of your road?
He didn't know. He didn't do everything bagel with peanut butter as well. This isn't just all fake ingredients, is it? No. What is this? What's going on?
Stop second guessing. Let's just have a conversation about cheese jerky.
Weirdly, real or not, this is delicious.
Yeah, really
and it
nice.
reminds me of something, the Parmesan rinds that get put into the air fryer.
Yep. Put the puff up.
The puff up and that kind of thing.
At a 100-gram box, it's £6.95, so it is leaning into the premium artisanal British cheesemakers. But umami-rich, high protein, avoiding ultra-processed food, snacks, the cheese jerky. Pretentious or not?
I think it's delicious. I don't think it's pretentious.
I don't think it's pretentious because I think if you put it in line with protein snacks and things like that, there's such a big marketing effort at the moment to put the word protein on everything.
Yeah.
Then it probably falls in line with that. And if it is good quality cheese, then yeah, I like it.
I think it's a really... Whether you made it up or not, I don't know, but cheese jerky sounds delicious.
Yeah.
And it delivers on the experience I kind of expect from a cheese jerky.
Excellent. Decisions made. Room for one more.
What the heck's going to be next?
Sure.
Lift the cloche on number 4.
You go. If that's vinegar, then if that's salted vinegar. Cheers.
Cheers. Porty, just from the smell.
There's definitely some port involved.
I've tasted more pleasant things. That is port mixed with...
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey? It's...
Yeah, that is whiskey.
Whiskey and port, and you might be getting notes of cognac as well. This is groundbreaking. This is created by a brewery in the US to redefine the conventional notions of beer. This is a beer. It's a 28% ABV beer.
How are you defining beer?
It's made like beer, and then it goes to an extremely high level because they add maple syrup to give it the yeast enough sugar to make enough alcohol. But it's particular yeast that can survive very high alcohol, and then they barrel age it. They barrel age some of it in whiskey casks, some of it in cognac casks, and some of it in port barrels. And then they blend it all together, and they have a 28% ABV beer.
Sorry, that doesn't have any port, whiskey, or cognac in it.
Nope. But they are matured, they undergo maturation in charred bourbon barrels, peated whiskey barrels, port barrels from Portugal, and cognac barrels from France.
I've drunk my fair share, and other people's fair shares, of whiskey in my life.
Yeah.
And I've had whiskey that have been aged in bourbon barrels,
Yeah.
some that have been aged in sherry casks, that kind of thing. And subtle notes.
Okay.
Incredibly subtle notes.
Yeah.
Sometimes so subtle that you need to be told that this may have been in a sherry cask for a while.
Barry Taylor, non-whiskey drinker, goes...
Whiskey. And I went, port.
Yeah.
And a bit like a good champagne house, what they do is blend from year to year, because they only make this beer once a year, and there's a very limited supply. As you can imagine, it pushes the price quite high, but very limited supply. However, sometimes they blend from year to year, so there's a chance that some of that has got up to 30-year-old beer elements in it.
If that's... I don't know what video we're in anymore, what's happening, but if that's real, I'm going to be, again, mind blown. Right. It's not very... How is it meant to be drunk? Am I meant to have ice with it, or pour it over ice cream?
They say it absolutely pairs with food, but even suggestions like pineapple upside down cake, because they basically say like that baked, treacly, brioche, pineapple-y number, it's great with dessert. So treat it almost like a fortified wine, but it is definitely still on the beer scale.
Pineapple upside down cake.
Pineapple upside down cake.
Specifically.
Let me just pull that out of my back pocket.
Like you would say, it's really good with chips or like fish or steak, but no, upside down pineapple cake.
Don't try it with an apple tart tatin, whatever you do.
In their words, it's the badass of the brewery, and every member of their team in the brewery gets one bottle every year, and each bottle is numbered.
What number bottle was this?
Bottle number 20,054. That's the packaging.
Ebbers? No.
Now I don't know what to think. Sam Adams.
Sam Adams? They make beer.
No, do make beer.
Yeah, I told you, it's a brewery from the US. I told you that.
You absolute...
What's happening? That smells like that. Yeah, it does smell like that.
Oh no! I don't know what's happening anymore! I really thought it turned this into a video that all the potential ingredients are fake.
That's what I was thinking.
That bottle set us back £395.
Did it? I don't know.
I'm questioning everything. Is Ebba's AI?
Samuel Adams challenged the perception of what beer can be.
Well, well, he's definitely done that.
Yeah.
Because I
You know that kind of thing where you taste something differently once you learn more about it, and you can appreciate different things. I tried doing that. To me, that does still taste like you've mixed whiskey and port and cognac together.
So a £395 bottle of beer at 28% ABV, pretentious or not?
I'd say, for me, 100% pretentious, because it's using the story, the packaging, and everything else to sell a product that isn't very nice.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's rose gold, so instant tick.
Tick, tick, 2 pretentious for our final one. Over to you guys. Which of those 4 do you think was most pretentious? And did you spot the fake?
Singular.
The fake?
Singular.
Singular fake.
Singular fake. Evers, no!
To recap, is it Jenny who's peddling proper peanut butter in her handmade jars just down the road from Baths? Is it raising a glass to Chin Chin and their £5.50 jar of Pangratato? Is it Paxton and Whitfield's cheese jerky? Or is it Sam Adams' £395 bottle of 28% ABV beer?
Very well done. I feel well and truly played here.
Yeah, I started off not thinking anything was amiss, and then I've ended the video thinking everything was amiss.
He's played every trick in his magician box here, isn't he?
Yeah.
To like double, triple bluff us.
Yeah, you pulled out a white rabbit and the babies.
Okay, I think he's picked this to throw me because of the local thing. But
Good product in your local farm shop?
almost definitely, because
Is it there?
it probably is.
I'm so conflicted because I was involved in a conversation about this one and Josh.
Was that conversation
set up?
And I wasn't there with you at that conversation. He had that conversation with us separately. That's suspicious to me.
What's suspicious about this one is there is no barcode, there's no nutritional information.
It could have been sold from the shop.
Oh, from the restaurant.
From the restaurant. But where's he peeled that best of before sticker from? And I know he loves a Kilner jar.
That's not a Kilner jar.
Well, sorry, yeah. I know he has a cheap jar.
Lock in your answer. Comment down below. Any ideas?
I can't believe
We've been played.
can't believe we've been played. It really annoys me how much he's enjoying himself at this time as well.
What it also means is we've absolutely slagged off at least 3 real products.
Right, you've both locked in answer.
Yeah.
Reveal in 3, 2, 1.
Cheese.
Beer.
Oh, you went for the beer.
Oh.
I can't believe that anyone would pay that much money for something that tastes like that.
And yet he has seen our bar upstairs and a little bit of this and a little bit of that gets you pretty close.
Yeah.
It feels like he's made that and he's put it in the nice Sam Adams bottom.
I can reveal that Jenny's butter bike is absolutely correct, real and delicious.
Okay.
And you knew it was from down the road from here?
We've been playing a game, haven't we? The Chin Chin Pangratato is indeed from the restaurant Chin Chin in Hove.
Really high quality packaging and branding. Love it.
We did indeed spend £395 on the beer. The cheese jerky is the fake.
Oh my goodness, you told it to my face as well.
And just for clarification, there's been no passing off of brands. I spoke to the cheese buyer at Paxton and Whitfield, Dan, and she helped me pick the perfect cheese to go through this process. I dried them out in the oven at home for 24 hours, about 45 degrees, and then we printed our own label. On the paper they gave us, that's the product.
Very well done. Very clever manipulation.
Wow.
Wonderful work, wonderful work.
Well, there we go. Results are in. Games were played. It was good fun. But if you enjoyed it, remember to give these videos a like.
Well done.